The lack of danger in your life is killing you. So what does this mean? We live in a world of peace and plenty. Nothing really bad happens, right? So you say, oh, COVID happened. Okay. Oh, there's wars in other countries. Okay. Oh, sometimes my Wi-Fi doesn't work. Okay. So we really don't live in a world like our ancestors did, like our forefathers did, right? So they lived in a world that was much more tumultuous. They lived in a world that was much more scary, right? So there was people invading all the time. There was this tribe trying to get this resource. There was this king trying to overpower this king, this earl trying to overpower that king, right? So throughout our history, we have lived in a time that is very, very scary, right? We would call it scary in today's day and age, right? I mean, if you really even look at the way that cities and towns and settlements were built in medieval times, you can see how that developed, right? So for a while, the world was under Roman rule, right? So that was a time when the world was united, right? And that didn't come peacefully, right? The Romans conquered other tribes. The Romans went into other lands and said, you are going to join us or die, basically. If you don't join us, we're going to kill you. We're going to steal your property. We're going to take your resources. We're going to overpower your land. We're going to rape your women. We're going to kill your kids. All of this crazy stuff went on, right? So it really makes you think about human nature. Are we the peaceful people that we are portraying that we are right now? Are we the ones who care about office diversity? Everyone not being offended, everyone being okay, everyone having their fair share, participation trophies because everyone's a winner. No, that's not our nature. It never has been. We are completely removing danger, and we are completely removing our nature, right? There's no danger. You know, you don't have to go out into the fields and farm. You don't have to go out into the woods and hunt with a band of brothers to get food and to survive. You don't have to compete with your brothers for a mate as much as you used to, right? Because now the balance is not about your brute strength and what you can do and what you can provide based on the landscape and your hunting abilities and your warring abilities. It's based on how educated you are, how intellectual you are, right? And none of this is a bad thing. I'm not downplaying intellectual growth and learning and being more than just a brutish person. Not saying that. But what I'm saying is we have moved so far away from our human nature that the problem is now we feel empty. Now we feel closed. You feel like you're not achieving any purpose, right? Because you went to school, you did or didn't get a college degree, right? Even if you didn't get a college degree, right? You're working in an office, in a cubicle. You're working in a factory maybe. You're working in retail. You're working in a store. You're doing something basically to provide yourself with food and water and shelter and to show your worth as a person. But it's not your carnal nature. Or your carnal nature, especially as a man, is to go out and hunt. Your carnal nature, especially as a man, is to go out and grab what you want. Take from that other tribe, war with them, have pride in your own people, have pride in your own culture, and fight for that. That's what's attractive. To women especially, right? So in our world now, you have the guys that are like, oh, everything is equal, we shouldn't be, offensive towards this person, we shouldn't be offensive towards these people, we shouldn't be offensive towards anyone. We live in a world now where everybody is the same. We live in a world now where you're not allowed to offend anyone. Everyone should be equal. Everyone should have their fair share. And I'm not downplaying equality and the rights and different, marginalized groups building themselves up. I am not against that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, however, is that we are lying to ourselves when we are saying that we are for everyone. We want to make life calm. We want men to not be toxic. We don't want any toxic masculinity, right? Men should be calm, sedated. They should be good husbands and fathers. They should contribute to the society in a peaceful way. They should essentially bend over for the empire, right? The empire is wherever you live. It's the United States, it's your government, right? They don't want you to be tough. They don't want you to be out there trying to get more. They want you to be down. They want you to be a sheep. They want you to be docile. Okay? They want you to be docile because men, especially if men come together, are very dangerous, right? They're very dangerous, especially in a time when there wasn't, guns and bombs and all of that. It was sheer brute strength, numbers, and just swords and axes, right? So what I'm getting at is obviously we're not in the past, right? That's not how we are. But I just think that it's really important that we need to understand that we are living in a world of peace and plenty, and it's generally against our carnal, primal nature. This is not how we have been evolved to behave. We haven't been evolved to go to school and learn about everything, then go to an office and sit in cubicles and watch everything we say. We were built, especially men, to hunt, conquer, get what we want. So when you really think about it, the root of any unhappiness that you might have is when you go against your nature. When you go against what is deep down, you could try to hide it. You could say, I'm a good person. I don't do those things. I'm a good person. I don't have those urges. Bullshit. You do, right? When you go against your nature, you are essentially lying to yourself. You're creating resentment in your own being. You're saying, I'm not that. I have to be this, good citizen, obey the law, obey what I'm told, and just keep going. That's not how you should be. You should be conquering your world. And I'm not saying conquering like killing the next city and overtaking it and all of that and marauding. I'm not saying that. Obviously, we don't live in that time. What I'm saying is that is in your nature. Whether you like it or not, as a man, that is in your nature. And you've been told and put down time after time, even when you're in elementary school, they told you behave, stop being mischievous. They wanted you to behave like a little girl. Why did they want you to do that? Because you were civilized, because you were docile, because you were the sheep, you were in the status quo, right? Think about it. You have been conditioned to not be the man that you are. And how are you going to do that? How are you going to achieve that in life, right? Well, you have to tackle your goals. You have to stop being so nice. You have to stop going with the motions of life. You have to identify what your purpose is, what your passion is, and you attack it. You get it. That is how you mimic the reality of what is in you. Because though we're not going to go and do that, right? Maraud another village and get together and do something nasty, right? You can do that in other ways, right? You can mimic that in life. You can get that primal urge. And what that primal urge really is, it's survival. It's survival, it's power, and it's the image of how you appear to a mate. That's what you're trying to do. That's what you do every day. When you go to work, you're looking to survive. When you're working up the corporate ladder, you're looking for power. When you're working up the corporate ladder and kissing your boss's ass, you are trying to get more money. You're trying to get more money because you're increasing your power, you're increasing your viability as a mate to another partner, right? If you're a loser, right? Women, men, whatever floats your boat, they're not gonna like you. They're not gonna see you as an asset. They're gonna see you as a waste. So everything has to do, really deep down, is how you contribute to the tribe, how you are the leader, how you are a solid contribution to your world, right? How much power you have, how much influence you have in your community, right? That's what all this is. And then the deep down root of that is survival. You know, getting a mate, spreading your seed to more generations. And just, you know, the basic eating, drinking, having shelter, having more land, having more prestige over other tribes. That's what you're doing. Stop trying to deny it. The lack of danger in our society now is killing men. The lack of danger in our society is making you depressed. The lack of danger in our society is going against your nature. Come back to your nature. The first thing you have to do is really recognize that this is a true thing and this is something that's in you, and you have to attack it. You have to own it, and you have to do whatever it is to fulfill your purpose to meet that. Okay guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, share, subscribe to this video. Leave me your thoughts below. I'd really like to know your thoughts on how we are away from our nature and how we can get back to that. Okay guys, until next time, take care.